Hello, everybody. It's March 9th, 2021, right? Dates are very important. I always, call. Anyways, the if you guys only care about the stock that I'm about to talk about in this video, check description. I'll have a timestamping there so you guys can just look at it. I'm gonna start off talking about the market and why I haven't been posting videos much. Well, first of all, I haven't been posting videos much is because or presenting any swing ideas is because to be like speak frankly, I haven't been making much money with my style of trading, right? Maybe you have, maybe others have, I don't know, but I haven't. So since which basically means that we're in a market that's a little bit tough, at least for my style, you know what I mean? So, but I've been what is it? Mostly I've been sitting on the sideline with cash and risking a little bit on each trade, and it just goes to show how hard the market really is. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq real quick. The Nasdaq today, as of the March 9th, and we went up 4.5%, and then we saw a little sellers towards the end, right? So let's take a look at what happened, right? So obviously we had some crazy sell-offs in the Nasdaq, right? And it's been really weak below the 20-day and the 50-day moving average. Looks like it looked like it's about to like just die, but the thing is, um, last Friday, right? We almost made a lower low, but the thing is, actually for Nasdaq we did. I was thinking about SPY. Sorry. For last Friday, we did make a lower low right here below the low. What is it that Thursday has made? And then we started rallying, right? And Monday we had a pretty good. We basically the market started off pretty strong, and then it just straight up failed. It actually fell pretty hard. I was surprised that as of today the market gap up. Apparently, I thought the seller are still not done selling into this week, but we gap up really strong, getting above the 5-day moving average. Even though the 5-day moving average right now is still declining, which is why I am telling people not to basically telling people I mean people in my Discord to not buy stocks right now, just because if you're buying stocks right now, the risk you're taking is way greater than how it used to be, like let's say 2 months ago, right? And I mean the reason because just look at how volatile the market is, right? Like look at the volume, look at the candle size. You can see, and also here's a like I don't like to say this, but I'm going to say it. Usually in a really bad or bear market, you see some of the biggest updates. You can just literally look at last year, right? Hopefully you guys don't have a memory of a fish. And if though for those that traded last year during March, right? We had some of the greenest day ever, even though we're just going down, like drilling down. Actually, we have some of the greatest recoveries. You can see that after 1, 2, let's 6, 5 days of red candles, we saw a green candle and then testing the 200-day moving average right here, right? And then immediately follow with a really strong day right after that. And as for today, we went up 4% in Nasdaq, 4.5% to be exact, right? And if you take a look at the volume right here, it's actually not even higher than yesterday's. Sorry, that circle was awful. My bad, my bad. You look at the volume right here, right? Today was traded less volume than the day before, right? So this 4%, I say be careful. Don't get too excited. You may look at names like, oh wow, look at people like this is where like FOMO kicks in, and for a lot of people, they're gonna be like, I wanna just get in the market, get involved. Where this is a dip, this is a bottom. I prefer more of a we get above to a pretty because market stocks they all need to rest for a good sustainable move towards the upside or even downside, right? And if Tesla were just to recover like that, you know what? Personally, I'm not gonna feel FOMO. Just go to 900 and like that. I don't care, right? I prefer it to set up in a low risk manner, right? Which means that it starts consolidating or pull back to like a good level, slowly showing people that the stock is capable of making lower highs and lower highs as we go up. Then I will get involved. To me, that's more of a low risk kind of a purchase, right? If we take a look at the SPY now, that was the Qs. The SPY is stronger than the Qs, right? Went up about 2% today, I believe, something like that. And then, but the thing is, as you can see, the volume is actually still right below the day before yesterday. So on Monday we had a little SPY actually pull up really strong, right? If you take a look at it, last Thursday it made a really low low, And then last Friday it made a higher low, so showing me that there's a little bit of a there's some strength going in. It's not like a significant higher low, but it's there, right? And then the SPY just move up crazy, getting really overextended into middle of yesterday. And then towards the afternoon, it started selling off, and it actually closed right here. If you don't know how candles form, check my videos out. I have guides on how to read candle. We actually closed right below the 5-day moving average, which then you just think about it. Like let's pretend today never existed. You see that, and then you look at the Qs opening up that week. What does that tell you? Like I said, don't try to predict the market, right? You look at the price, and then you analysis, right? You just you analyze and what's going on with the market. The SPY closed below the 5-day moving, showing is telling me that okay. So it seems like alongside with the Nasdaq dying, it's telling me that okay, there seems to be still a lot of sellers, right? Or maybe this is just a profit taking, but there certainly are sellers in the market that's still not done selling. Because you have to keep in mind that for SPY, if we continue to go up, the 5-day moving average is going to become neutral or even actually heading higher. But if you look at the Nasdaq, you're like we're in a market where there's a lot of uncertainty, right? And anyways, we closed below that 5-day moving average on Monday, and today we gapped up, right? We gap up, we didn't gap into weakness, we gap into strength. What does that mean? That means we gap up and the market continues moving higher, right? And if you put a VWAP for today, we look at the 5-minute chart, right? Put a VWAP, we actually closed right below VWAP, which means that I didn't like the way how it closed. So how it opens tomorrow is pretty important. I'm hoping that this is just like a pullback, right? A healthy pullback after a move up like that, which will make sense. A little profit taking, it's by moving up and then having a little pullback and then gets going. It's really good. That's like probably an ideal situation to like an ideal. This is pretty so far so good. I wouldn't be too concerned with this, but just in case, right? Wait for the 5-day moving to start rising for SPY, and don't buy tech. Like the tech section is still kind of broken in my opinion. If you look at the 5-day moving average, we're nowhere near, going up yet. You need at least 2-3 days, at least 3 days for the market to get rid of the data, right over here, right? These data needs to be gone before we start moving on an uptrend. So at least 2-3 more days, right? I think for the Nasdaq. What am I looking at? This is not even Nasdaq. Oh my god, that's ugly. It's pretty much the same thing anyways, looks close enough. Okay, now let's take a look at the SPY. I mean, not the SPY, the stock that I'm gonna talk about, which is it's BA, Boeing, right? Boeing. Now, don't get turned off immediately after seeing the price at 230. You might be like, most of you guys that watches my video, I know are not like, don't have that big of a capital, so you might get turned off by seeing this number. Now, trust me, if you like you don't need to risk a lot on the trade. If you can buy 2, 3, 4, 5 shares and then manage those shares, you can make money. We don't need to. The most important thing is experience right here. Number 2, if you really want to make money, there are options. Why do options exist, right? You can over leverage your risk. That's one reason. I don't recommend people doing that, right? Wall Street Bet do that all the time. I don't recommend it. I do it sometimes. You can over leverage on your risk, and you can you can put smaller amount of money by risking the same amount that you would by buying shares. Which means that let's say you buy 5 shares of this, right? 2 times 5, that's already $1,000, right? That's $1,000 in BA already. So that's $1,000 you can't use anywhere else. But with options, you can spend 200-300, which is a third of that, and then that would be a risk. But if you at this point, if what I'm saying right here is new to you, you shouldn't be trading options. Anyways, let's take a look at BA. So what do I like about this? Number 2, the chart looks pretty decent. You might be like, oh man, it's been going flat for so long. Why would you want to trade it? Well, you have to keep in mind, BA is a company that's pretty news focused. Any airlines, AAL, UAL, they all look pretty good. But I actually like UAL looks pretty good too, actually. But I do like BA just because how much it consolidated. If you look at UAL, right? It didn't really consolidate much. It has a pretty good shakeout candle right here, but I think it's too like hasty of a move. You know what I mean? If you look at BA, we had a solid, really solid consolidation for the last, like, let's say 3 months, right? And also that the vaccine is actually really fast. What is it? They say something about by May they're gonna have 50%. A lot of people basically are getting vaccinated, which is actually quite surprising how fast it is, right? On top of that, soon we're going to start regaining, what is it? Air travel. Like, it's going to become way more, open for everybody. For sure, that's going to return. First of all, airplane has to return, or else business doesn't happen, right? You need airplanes to do deals, right? So there's that. Airplane eventually is coming back. Number two is that recently, with the SPY and the Qs doing really bad, a lot of the money are getting rotated from the tech company. Like, as you can, I hope you guys are not living under a rock, right? AMD, right? NVDA, AMZN, AAPL, right? TSLA, Tesla, they're all really broken. And where are the money going to? They're going to what is it? Oil companies. And when oil companies go up, airplane goes up. Why? Or not oil companies. I mean, like energy, oil, stuff like that. Like that sector of the market, right? And when those sectors go up, airlines tend to go up, which is it's direct correlated if you think about it, right? Airplane also uses fuel to fly, right? There's a lot of stuff. Anyways, I don't talk about those kind of stuff. I only look at it on the technical side. Look at it, 200 days finally starting to going up after last December, right? And then if you look at the 20-day moving average and the 50-day moving average, we're obviously on an uptrend right now, and the stock is right above it. We had a pretty beautiful shakeout candle right here 3 days ago. We're gonna look at that on the shorter time frame, right? But if you look at the stock overall, right, if you look at a weekly chart, it looks really good. As you can see that right here, we're basically making lower highs and lower highs as we go, right? And BA, don't look at the stock like this and see there's a lot of small candles. It doesn't make big moves like GameStop or anything. This company makes crazy moves, man. And if I were to give a target for the stock, easier to see on the weekly chart. That's why I'm showing it. I think the stock has potential to go to at least $300, right? $300 from 230. I think it's a pretty good $70 move. I mean, come on. Okay, I think it's good. Okay, now we want to look at an entry, right? Now you guys can decide what kind of entry you want, right? I actually already got involved. I got involved 2 days ago, a little bit early, right? Yes, I got in. What is it? Around this area. That's where I got in. I got in on what is it? Above this high on the 5th, which was when the market was doing pretty bad. But the thing is, I saw I saw a shakeout and it recovered, and it's a really overextended buy. But the thing is, I risk small. Most like I'm looking forward to add to it. Maybe if it breaks, we'll see. But I currently have a let's say a third. I do have a third risk position in here, just because I think the PA look like it looks really good, right? I have a pretty wide stop for it. Now I prefer you guys find your own stop, right? You can put it at the shakeout right here, which is a 213. I'm not a big fan of that kind of stop. If I were to find a stop for you guys, I will put it around 222 at the low of today. Actually, that's where I'll be putting my stop, right? You can even be a little bit riskier, put it on the 5-day moving average, but up to you. BA, I like this stock, and we'll see. But worst case, have your stop loss in case we're wrong, right? No matter how much I like a stock, if it doesn't go up, it doesn't make money for me, meaning I don't like it, you know? And yeah, that's about it for today. And sorry that today's video is actually pretty long, you know? I'm giving you guys good educations here. By the way, if you haven't joined the Discord and you maybe are interested in joining, check the description, it's there. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. Good luck trading this week. It's going to be a little bit, hopefully we get on the right track on the upside. It'll make things a lot easier. But yeah, let's make it 15-minute mark. 3 seconds will be 15 minutes. Peace.